What's up, YouTube? This is Brian Pfeiffer from sunny Las Vegas, and today I'm going to show you how to make your LinkedIn profile stand out and become a lead generation machine through some ninja tactics that I'm going to show you today that I'm sure you've never seen. All right, welcome back. So here we go. We got a little LinkedIn training today. This is a power-packed episode, so if you haven't taken your notepad out or you don't have a little note thing pulled up, I would recommend to get it out because I'm going to teach you some stuff today that I'm certain that you don't know, and I'm going to blow your mind here with some of this LinkedIn stuff that I found out recently doing a little bit of work on my profile. So I'm going to kind of use my profile as an example, and then you can just go to my profile whenever you want and use my my profile as kind of a guideline, and you'll see a lot of the cool stuff that I've done to it and how it's making a difference generating leads and whatnot. So also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe, like this video, go ahead and leave me a comment below if you get value from this video. We do online marketing on this channel, Amazon FBA, Shopify, affiliate marketing, just anything in general online on how to make money. So you're in the right place if you like to make money online. All right, so here we go. This is my profile, and notice I have a really cool header up here. Most people have like the stupid plain. Let's go into one of these here, and most of these people don't even have like a header. Well, that guy actually does, but most of the people have that blue like zigzag type of thing. They don't even know. Half the people don't even know that they can actually put a header up there. Let's see if I can find one here. I was looking at the realtors because a lot of realtors are. Here's one. Okay, so she doesn't even have a header here. It's just the LinkedIn plain. That's just like wasted space there that you're. That's like your headline, okay? That's like key. You can put a lot of good information up there. That's what people first see. They see your picture and they see this header, okay? So take a look at mine here, and I recently got the ClickBank Platinum Award, so I went ahead and had my designer put that into my header. There's a picture of me. I got my MM up here, which is my marketing meathead. There's marketingmeathead.com. There's my logo, my brand. Obviously, there's my picture. I use more of a headshot here because it's LinkedIn. It's more of a professional type of profile, and I want to keep it kind of professional on my Instagram and my Facebook. I do a little bit more of the, the tank top here, but I do got the tank top in the header. So, you got to use. It's funny. Once I was in a sales meeting when I was in sales back in like 2000. This was probably 2002, and I remember the owner of the company talking to everybody in the room, all the sales guys, and he said. Everyone in this room has a special trait, and there was a pretty girl. One of the girls was a girl, and she was really pretty. He goes, "You got to use your looks to get into the right side of into the people and the guys that you're talking to, because that looks that you have nobody else really has, and you got to use that appeal to attract business." One of the other guys in the room, this guy's name, I don't want to think his name was Dave. Anyway, he was a really funny dude. He's just a funny guy. He's always cracking jokes. He's just funny. He was always, anytime you saw the guy, he just smiled because he knew he was going to say something funny. And so like the owner of the company was like, hey, you got to use, your humor to get to these people. And, they're going to like when you come around because you're funny. Okay. And then he told me, he's like, man, you're a muscular guy and you're good looking, and you got to use your appeal to get to the women, the buyers of the media or whatever, because they're going to think you're attractive and they're going to want you to come around because you're, the presence of you around, they're going to enjoy that around. So it was just funny how like he basically said that everybody in the room had something special and you needed to use that to your advantage to get the sale ultimately and get the account. So it was a really good piece of advice, and I've carried it with me though. Probably the last 20 years of my life almost, and you guys should definitely take notes of that. Whatever appeal that you have to people, whether it's you're funny, you're good looking, whether it's, you have a history of, something that you're good at, you got to use that when you're selling to people because they're going to relate to that, and more than likely, not everyone's going to relate to you, obviously, but the people that do relate to you they're going to buy from you, okay, and that's important. All right, so let's get into some of the ninja stuff here on LinkedIn. I don't want to go off too of a tangent here. All right, now notice here my name is Brian Pfeiffer, and then I have this super affiliate and then a check mark and MBA finance all in my name. Okay, if you go to edit this on desktop right here, edit this right there, you can only put in Brian Pfeiffer and then maybe a few more characters. But if you actually go to mobile and edit this, you can actually put in a bunch more stuff. Okay, so this is a super ninja trick. I don't know why the desktop and the mobile people at Microsoft who owns LinkedIn are not talking, but you can actually put a bunch of stuff in your name here to make it look like a lot bigger and like more of a headline. Okay, and notice here I got super affiliate, I got a check mark, and MBA in finance. So it just stands out. I was looking at some of the other people here, or I was looking at my own name. Okay, everyone's got Brian Pfeiffer, Brian Pfeiffer, Brian Pfeiffer, and then you scroll down, and you're eventually going to scroll down, and you're going to see mine, and you're going to see. Maybe I got to scroll up. Maybe I already passed it. There it is. Okay, and now look at that. You know, who stands out more than the rest? Okay, here's Brian Pfeiffer, Brian Pfeiffer, Brian Pfeiffer, and then there's boom me. Okay, I got emojis in my that's called the headline. In the name, it's a lot longer. It's clickable. It just looks like a lot better. Okay, and I noticed on some of my realtor friends here, some of these realtors have figured it out too. Notice how this like Las Vegas realtor here, and then her, and she's got like a trademark. My friend Barb. She was a realtor too, and she had the same thing. So they figured it out too. There must be some kind of a keyword thing here going on where there's this trademark here actually must help, because I've noticed a couple of the realtors have figured this out. So use that to your advantage. On desktop, you can't do it, but on mobile, you go onto the LinkedIn app and you can actually edit the profile and you can actually add a ton more stuff. So that is tip number one, and it's pretty amazing tip. I mean, you could definitely use that to your advantage. Put a couple keywords up here in your name, and that's going to help with your rankings on LinkedIn when people search you, because this is a big search engine. Okay, LinkedIn is like a search engine for like professionals. Okay, and Microsoft pretty much owns and dominates that. They have LinkedIn. They own the Bing network, which now has Yahoo, and they also have Skype. So although most people talk about like Facebook and Google and Amazon, those are the big three. Don't count Microsoft out with what they've been able to get over the years. I mean, they've acquired LinkedIn, they've acquired Skype, and they've also acquired, they have the Bing network and Yahoo and whatnot. So, don't count Microsoft out. They've got plans for the future as well. And one of their big players is LinkedIn here. So this is a good piece of advice. This video I'm showing here is going to help you improve your profile, and then over time, it's one of those things you do it once right, and you can kind of set it up and forget it. You may get an award, or you may change jobs, that kind of stuff you want to update, but it's like one of those things, just do it once right, and then it's going to be working for you for a long time. Okay, so go ahead and make sure you do that. And I know on this title here below this is what's called the headline here. If I highlight that, okay, on mobile you can add more characters to that as well. Okay, and I would recommend maybe putting in a couple of emojis and stuff in there. Professional type of emojis. I happen to be in the nightclub and party business, so I put a party popper there. That's my business, so it is what it is. I wouldn't recommend you do that for your business if you're not in that business. And then go down here to the this is the summary type section. Okay, and notice I got like arrows. I got links to my affiliate course. I got my YouTube channel. About me. This stuff just stands out. Notice how I got check marks. I got it kind of broken up into nice bite-sized chunks, like readable. It's not a bunch of just text that people don't want to read. And then notice down here I got a video. Okay, I put an intro video on my LinkedIn page. Okay, nobody does that. I mean, I don't know anybody that does that. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple people out there that do it, but I got an actual LinkedIn intro video. So if someone like gets on my LinkedIn, they want to know about me, they click on the video, and I tell them all about who I am. It's pretty cool. It's a good idea. So you can actually add media here. I got my two major websites here, my blog and then Surreal Nightlife. And then if you scroll down here, I have all my other companies here. I got my Bachelor Vegas, my Vegas VIP services, my Bachelorette Vegas. So I pretty much got all my companies listed on my LinkedIn profile. So it looks really, really legit. And every one of these companies, I went ahead and put like, some keywords in there. I put in, some emojis and stuff. I put in some nice pictures, just making it look really nice and professional. Okay, it looks like I spent time to do this right, and that's the whole idea with LinkedIn. This is a professional social network, if you want to call it a social network. This is a professional search engine, and this is where people are going to find you, who are typically going to be other professionals and might want to connect with you. And if you look really legit on LinkedIn, you're going to look really legit to them. Okay, and that's very important. Okay, so let's go on. One other thing I wanted to mention here, I have my email in here, and you could possibly put like your ManyChat in here nowadays. A lot of people have their ManyChat to their fan page, and that's something I'm going to consider doing down the road. But right now I just have Brian at Marketing Meathead, which is my main email for my blog, and if people want to get a hold of me, they can get a hold of me on that. But this is important here. Go ahead and add the extra characters here so you really stand out, and put some keywords and stuff and whatnot here. If you're a realtor, put realtor. If you're an engineer, put engineer. Anything like that, I would go ahead and add that. Okay. And you want to also maybe put in, some of your testimonials and stuff. I mean, there's an area down here for like awards and accomplishments. but a couple testimonials in here would be good. Like if you wanted to have, if you had a couple of video testimonials, you could put those in here as well, because you can just add media. Okay, you click on edit here, and you can just add media. So a couple testimonials would be a good suggestion there as well. And you want to maybe include some hashtags as well, because hashtags are now searchable on LinkedIn. People follow different hashtags. So when you're actually doing posts on LinkedIn, for example, you could put like @motivation, you could put like @affiliate, @super affiliate, and over time, people start to follow those hashtags. You're going to start showing up more in their feeds and whatnot. Okay, so that's another ninja trick. You can put hashtags into your headline and into your summary down here. Okay, that's kind of like tip number 2. So let's go on to tip number 3. One of the things you can do, and I haven't really started doing this yet, but I'm going to start because I want to try it. Okay, when you do like a post, you can actually add up to a 10-minute video here. Okay, notice how I have a start a post or write an article. We'll talk about articles here in a minute. Now, if you start a post, you can actually put up to a 10-minute video here. Notice there's a little button here to click on video. And what you want to do with your video is you want to go ahead and, LinkedIn, by the way, loves videos. They're going to give it a lot of love. And you want to basically have like potentially like your friends or your social following go in, and you want to maybe get some likes, get a couple comments on that video. One of the girls that I was learning some of those tactics from LinkedIn, she says she has a little Facebook group, and what she does is when she puts a post up, she goes into her Facebook group and tells everybody, hey, can you go ahead and share, like, and comment on this post? And that apparently really gets the algorithm going. Like normally about 10% of the people will probably see your post. That'll go up to like 20. The more people that like and share, up to 30, and then even up to like 50 or 100% of the people if it really starts getting a little bit of action. So if it's a really good piece of content, you might need to go a little bit outside of the box, start thinking of ways to get likes, posts, or likes, shares, and comments on your video, or even your article or your picture, whatever you're trying to put out there. So that's a really good tip as well. All right, so uploading videos is one of those things you definitely want to think about doing on LinkedIn, just because it's kind of one of those platforms that's really favoring videos right now, kind of like Facebook. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and one other thing I wanted to mention, another ninja tip, is when you do change your headline here. Okay, if you go to this headline here, this right here, generally ClickBank or LinkedIn will send out like a notification to all your friends. So more than likely, if you change that, you're going to get a lot of people congratulating you on your update. Okay, LinkedIn tends to reward people that change that with like a blast out to the list, and shows up in people's notifications that you changed something here. So that's another ninja tip number 4. Okay, number 5, we have LinkedIn Live. Okay, LinkedIn Live is actually a thing. If you haven't heard of LinkedIn Live, then you probably need to take a look at it. It is going through a third party called Switcher, and it costs $25 a month to be a part of Switcher. And it's actually owned by Microsoft, kind of funny. But, they're trying to keep it really professional, good content, business-related type stuff, going through a third party. So it's just not like Facebook where anybody can pick up their phone and put whatever they want on there. They want to keep this like to people that are actually willing to pay. If they're willing to pay, they're probably willing to put out pretty good content. For the most part, and then they have a third party that can basically be like, yo, if the content's not good, they can cut it off real easy through the third party instead of, through LinkedIn. So that's, big Microsoft talking when it comes to that. Now, one thing I did want to mention here, that's number 5, by the way. Number 6 here, we have a tip on search. Okay, one of the really cool things here I wanted to show you guys is I did a search here for affiliates. Okay, and you can search by. Now, notice here this thing's I'm going to show you a really ninja trick here. You can actually search by connections like first, second, and third. And notice on first connections here, I'm going to pull up my friend Barb. She's one of my first connections, and I want to show you something here. I'm not sure. There she comes up right away. Okay, so Barb is using the, notice she doesn't have her header filled out, which I'm kind of surprised because she's figured out this extra little trick here in her name. She's got realtor and appraisal intern, so she's got 2 keywords in her name, which is pretty cool, and she's got her headline filled out pretty nicely with all kinds of keywords. But what you can notice here, she's one of my first connections. See here how it says first? So there's first, second, and third connections in LinkedIn. And if you click on see contact info, notice what I have here. I have her phone number and I have her email. Okay. So if you guys didn't know this, and I bet you didn't, you can actually, from your first connections, you can scrape the phone numbers and the emails and potentially load those into a ESP or a email service provider and use those to market to people. So I have downloaded this. It's called Linked Helper. Okay, it's an actual tool to automate your LinkedIn scraping and work, and it can do a lot of cool stuff. By the way, I would go check out this website here, linkedhelper.com, and scroll down all the cool stuff it does. It's not just for scraping. It does other stuff as well, like putting your signature in reply emails and all kinds of stuff. It can do a lot of really cool stuff, but it's not expensive. I looked at the prices here. They give you a 14-day free trial. You're talking, you buy 6 months worth for $60. I mean, I'll probably just go ahead and get the 12-month for $99 just because I think it's pretty cool here. It's definitely worth checking out. There's no affiliate link as far as I can tell, so I don't have a link for this one, but I'm just using it right now, and I think it's really cool. And so it's just a Chrome extension. You download it. Once you sign up, you get a 14-day free trial. And then what it is, here's a video. I'll put a link to this video below. This is a video on how to scrape the contacts from LinkedIn. And what it does is you can see it in action here. It's actually working right now. And I searched the word affiliate. Okay, and now I did it by the first connection. So all my first connections, there's affiliates that have something to do with affiliates. There was 531 results. It's scraping those right now. Okay, and then once it's scraped, I can extract a certain amount per day. Now there's a limit on how much you want to extract per day because LinkedIn will throw up a block on your account if you do too much. But this video here will tell you exactly how to do it and then the limits that LinkedIn is providing. So I'll put a link to that video below. But as you can see, it's scraping these people. And what I'm going to do, these people that are my first connections on LinkedIn, depending on who your ESP is, your email service provider, some are really strict when it comes to uploading outside lists and some are not. I use Infusionsoft. I've been with them for 6 years now, maybe even about 6 years. And as long as it's a list of like a couple hundred, 300 people, I upload it. They don't usually question it too much. If you start doing like huge lists of like 20,000 people, then you're going to have some problems. More than likely, you're going to have to figure out another solution rather than Infusionsoft and some of the other ones out there. But a smaller list, like over the course of a couple days, if I upload 531 people into my email list and set up a separate kind of like LinkedIn list, and I market to these people a little bit differently, and I tell them, hey, listen, you're one of my contacts on LinkedIn in the subject line, and something like that, and then tell them that I have an upcoming course on affiliate marketing. Maybe I'll get some leads out of that. Okay, I'm not planning on pounding these people through a bunch of emails, but maybe it's just kind of an awareness email, one or two, letting them know that I have a course coming out on affiliate marketing, and this could be very powerful. So think about the different ways that you could use this in your business. I mean, if you have a local business or you're a realtor of some sort and you want to reach out to other realtors, this is a ninja way to scrape people and whatnot. And I think you can actually invite second and third connections, and you can actually send messages through this linked helper as well to the first connection. So I just go through. I'm not an expert at linked helper yet. I just started playing around with it today actually, but I really think that this thing's powerful, and it's definitely worth checking out. I didn't even know up until a couple weeks ago that you could actually scrape all these emails from your first connections on LinkedIn and use them in your email service provider. So that's one really ninja tip. I believe that's number 7 on my list here. So the final tip for today, I don't want to make this video too long. I actually have some other stuff, but I wanted just to talk about company pages here. I have a number of companies. Let's go to Bachelor Vegas, and one of the things that I'm going to start doing, I haven't got around to it yet, but let's see, Bachelor Vegas, and let's see what we get here. There's my company page. One of the things we could start really doing on this page to improve it, okay, first off, I should have a better header here. Okay, that's my bad. We don't have a nice header. I have a decent amount of followers on here, 307. So I'm going to add a header. I'm going to want to add some hashtags, and you can actually even add, we do a lot of updates on this page, but I'm going to actually want to add like a video on here. Okay, no, I actually do have a header there. Okay, I was like, God, I thought I updated it. It's just slow. My internet's slow because I got a bunch of stuff going on right now. But I have a header here. It looks pretty cool. And then I do a lot of updates here with posts. But you could add some into the description, into your headline or whatever. You can add hashtags. And one of the things I could add here was hashtags. I could add a video onto this page. And there's a lot of other things that you could do to make yourself more searchable in the LinkedIn search engine. So all of my company pages need to kind of be gone through and improved. it's one of those things that takes a little bit of time, and you have to spend a whole night probably going through and researching the proper hashtags. Potentially at Vegas, potentially at parties, potentially at bachelors. That kind of stuff would be good for Bachelor Vegas. And there's other businesses and whatnot that you could, whatever business you're in, you could find those hashtags that are relevant. But hopefully you guys got some out today. I mean, I definitely showed you some cool stuff that nobody's really showing out there. I haven't seen anybody do a really good LinkedIn video in a minute, if ever. And definitely just the few ninja things that I showed you here with the scraping the first contacts, the headline, your header here, the headline, your name, and the headline. Just making a few changes, making your summary look really good, adding a video, an intro video to your LinkedIn. All this stuff is stuff that I would highly recommend you guys over the course of the next week or two, go and do it. This is one of those type of videos that if you don't do it and don't apply it, you're never going to do it. Sit down, take a night to make your LinkedIn profile look amazing, and I think you're going to be very pleased with the results over time. And when people start finding you on LinkedIn, and at the end of the day, what's it going to hurt? I mean, if anything, it's going to drive some leads. It's going to get you more well known, and that's kind of the whole point of having a quality LinkedIn profile. I am the Marketing Meathead. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.